Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
We're going to talk about Stephen King's On Writing.
Okay, so starting off with the exigence, I thought it was really interesting how he at first was I guess hesitant to read the book. I don't know where he said that, but he thought he should because of his credentials and how famous of a writer he is. And I think by doing that he was trying to make a new generation of creative writers by and throughout the book he has called out some stereotypes of what a good writer should be, and he specifically points out how anyone could be a good writer, and I really like that.
Yeah, and Amy Tan, a member of his band, she said nobody talks about the language, and that really resonated with him. So that was his prompt to go off and write it, because he's just all the writing books that are out there already, they don't have the substance that he wants to share with the world.
And a lot of it, he also mentions redundancy, how him and his wife always got straight to the point. And I always like that, because last year I had Mrs. Razum. We both had Mrs. Razum. She always mentioned redundancy, and I never really understood the point of it. I understood it would be wordy and already saying it, but I never understood why it was so bad, because I always have redundancy. But not I understood how when he gave the example of his wife's poem, I understood how clear and cut to the point it was, and how much more understandable it was when it was not redundant.
Yeah, and when he had a job at his school newspaper to write about sports or something, the teacher started marking out literally all the words, and the omit needless words that he quoted. That is really important in his message.
Yeah, and I like how I feel I could never get around my redundancy, but I liked how he was write for yourself first and for other people later. Usually I don't have time for revisions, but I think this year I'm going to start doing that, and try to omit when I reread what I write.
And for his audience, considering that most of his fictional stories are very gory, and Carrie, for example, that was really bloody and everything, so his audience probably it's older individuals, I would say, and who really like that mystery and not mystery, but thriller and gore and suspense.
What else?
His tone.
Oh, his tone. What do you have to say about his tone?
It's very informative. At times it can be sarcastic because he's very funny.
Yeah.
And yeah.
He is really funny. I was wondering why he was retelling stories about himself. I was just waiting for it to get about the language part, but I think it really, sharing about himself made it more vulnerable, and I got to understand. First I got to know him, and I'm okay, this is what made you a good writer. And then second, I got to understand how his alcoholism and his addiction and his childhood and his marriage really influenced his writing. And yeah,
it's a very good point, Mike. Yeah, I think it's important to understand his experiences with his sibling and his mother's death, and all the things in his life that caused him to be the person he is, and how those experiences he wrote Carrie based off, he was a janitor, and then he was cleaning the room, and he saw the differences between girls' and boys' bathrooms, and he took inspiration from that. And it really shows that you can take inspiration from anything that happens in your life, and you can connect your life with something like telekinesis, which was the big thing of the day, the big superpower that they discovered. Not, yeah, but thought of.
I also liked how he was about to throw away Carrie. You know how he wasn't gonna write it, but his wife. Oh my god, all the stories about his wife were so cute.
Yeah.
But I really liked how it showed how even if you think it's bad, everything has potential. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.